526. We are looking at a spectacular galaxy in Sculptor, NGC253. I'll let the image see if it can form any more on the screen. All I'm seeing is the core with some vague extensions. As our first test of the seeing conditions, despite the 11-day moon. I've had a really good view of this several times before, and it's captured in the NGC250 to 299 series. This is a very interesting galaxy, and I would recommend it for any viewers. Unfortunately, we're also very deep south. This is NGC253, a galaxy in Sculptor. It's at minus 25 degrees. And in fact, this galaxy is quite visible on the screen. It's magnitude 7.2. There are probably only 10 to 15 galaxies in the sky that are as bright as magnitude 7.2. It's 26.4 by 6 arc minutes. So it's almost, it's a supra-edge-on galaxy. You can see the core, you can see the extensions going off, you can see faint brightness going way off in the distances from, let's say, the 5 to the 5 to 11 o'clock position. This is a fabulous galaxy, and if we're only further up in the sky towards the north, we would be getting a wonderful view. But frankly, I am very impressed with NGC 253. Yes indeed, NGC 253. This is the kind of study I would have a hard time avoiding looking for, where I were just to be exploring the NGC catalog. This is a better view than the one we had earlier. The earlier view was shifted a little too far towards the top of the screen. I'm going to let this settle in here. This galaxy is showing all kinds of detail, texture, bright central core region, spiral arms with H2 regions glowing with hot new stars. I simply have to leave that up for a few moments. I'll give you more details on it while you go ahead and have a look at it. NGC 253, NGC. For you and me, galaxy in Sculptor, magnitude 7.2, huge, 26.4 by 6 arc minutes, beautifully aspected. That's basically a 4.5 to 1 aspect ratio, tilted spiral, edge on. It's got a bar, it's got a lowercase c. It says it's 12.2 million light years distant, probably just falls outside the range of our own local group of galaxies. I will post up some information comparing this to Messier 31 on the Manana, but boy, that is one incredibly spectacular view going from one edge of the screen to the other. And we're at minus 25 degrees with all that background light. I am just simply, almost indescribably inspired by being able to see such a view and capture it for others to join me in appreciating its resplendence. Carpe Noctem. Here we have NGC 253, that spectacular, almost moon-sized, apparent-sized galaxy in Sculptor. Magnitude 7.2, 26.4 by 6 arc minutes in size, spiral with a bar and lowercase c, a mere 12.2 million light years distant, which would mean it's roughly about the size of our own Milky Way. Just as an estimate, we're at minus 25 degrees and change, and we are getting a pretty resplendent look across the screen. This makes for the kind of view that astronomers, amateur astronomers through an eyepiece would always be very pleased to get. Sorry about the greenishness on the screen. I might want to play with the hue settings later on the display. But the galaxy itself is showing the core. It is showing brightening regions of star formation, darker regions of cold dark matter that are not part of the star formation regions. And it's well positioned on the screen to give a nice resplendent view despite the presence of that full 11-day moon, Carpe Noctem. And here is a black and white view of the galaxy, and with the IR turned on, which seems to revealing much more of the fainter nebulosity there. I may stick with this approach rather than playing with the hue. I am quite impressed with this.